my bad, y'all. I was a little lost for a second. So, trying to remember these main roads. But yeah, so listen, the last thing I mentioned, I was saying, like, I was reflecting, right? I was trying to follow the instructor in the different combos of the workout, right? And and as I was following, I was like, man, I gotta pause for a second to make sure I'm doing it right. And I remembered that everything that we're all doing right is a process, it's a learning process, right? And it's, especially like when you're doing something athletic, it's muscle memory, right? So I'm not just trying to just get in shape, I'm also trying to just learn the correct techniques, right? So I don't care about doing it hard the first couple of times. I want to make sure that my footing's correct, my balance, and that I have the right technique. Excuse me. So as I continue to take my time, right, I'm like, man, because I was out of breath. I was like, man, progression is not about perfection, right? So if you have to take a moment to stop, breathe, and reset in order to have that good momentum, and sometimes when you're doing something, and it's not always going to feel right? It's going to take time to get it right. So having a certain stance, a certain routine, even just applying to life, you can have that with you can just apply that. So just taking time. So like, let's say you decide to start a new challenge, or you have a new commitment to something. Take your time with it, right? And it doesn't have to be, you don't have to be A+++ all the time. That will happen, right? Feeling great, seeing results is going to happen regardless, right? So there's guidelines to follow, right? That's going to put you where you want to be, right? More than just dreaming it. You have the opportunity to become that very person that you want to be, as the best version and authentic person as yourself, right? So maybe over the weekend, take some time to regroup, reset, or if you just, or you're going to continue to doing what you're doing, this is the time to do so. All right. So I love the fact that I was able to just remind myself, like, hey, you don't have to get it right now, right? Whether in a set or in increments, if I keep practicing, right, I'm gonna get results, right? And that's what it's all about. So, and I'm hoping that whatever you guys decide to do, right, whether this is working out or applying yourself, just with anything you do, keep practicing, right? I posted something last time, I was like, man, like, I just want to flood myself with my craft, right? And I think I had the right amount of my time throughout the day, right? Where from the moment I'll get up, like this morning I stretched, right? I did about at least for half an hour to 45 minutes worth of like stretching. And while I was stretching, I was listening to my school stuff, like the lectures and everything. Have my cup of coffee, make sure, drinking it black with some honey. And that way I can boost up my focus, boost up my alertness, and trying to scale back from like dairy and stuff like that, even though I'm trying to do like oat milk and almond, just to energize myself, right? And we have to remember ourselves when we are refueling our bodies, right? We have to nutrition it with the right things, with the right elements, with the right nutritions and vitamins, so that we can become stronger, because we too are a plant. We are a growing vessel that is constantly evolving, right? And whatever we put in our vessel, whatever we put in our temple, we have to remember, like, to make sure it's healthy. For those, I don't know, this sun. So for example, like for the month of March, right? I know there's a lot of spiritual religious holidays that are, with Ramadan and Lent and everything. In between all that, I do respect all facets of life, all walks of life. And I think it's important to observe those healthy disciplinary things, right? And whatever walk of life you do, whatever disciple you are, I hope that you become even greater, stronger, more self-controd in that walk of life, right? Because again, as this vessel that I'm trying to train up for myself, I think I need to do a little switcheroo with the lanes. Hold on. Let me pause for a little bit. I don't know what's gonna be it. So, yeah. So that is like the main key that I'm doing as I'm trying to constantly feed myself. So like even after the workout, even after like a good steady time, like it's good to also reset. Like yesterday I worked, my usual hours, but for some reason I felt like, I don't know, maybe because of the way I was staying or how I shifted the weight, my feet was hurting. So I took some time to like elevate my feet. And rest is very important, right? So we relax, we make that mind shift to a group and refuel our mind with good positive affirmations, right? Which I think is very, very, very important. Because it's about you. It's about you and whoever's in your circle, right? Again, if you guys have been following me and listening to, right, I say I'm no good to nobody, uneducated, unencouraged, and not elevated, right? Those are my 3 E's those are my core 3 E's that I try to reapply myself every single day so that I can be a better me at all times, right? And that doesn't necessarily mean perfection again, right? There's, within progress, there's growth. And as long as you're being diligent within your work ethic, within your learning, I don't know what's going on, within your learning, I share and hope that everything with good energy, good positive vibes, that it stays open and consistent, right? I'm trying to think what else is like that I learned today. There's some other principles. It's been alright. So if you are, or already in the expertise of like being a content creator, right? That's something that I'm trying to work on and develop with great ideas. I'm like so impatient, right? Because I was on I noticed that I was becoming impatient while watching my own craft group, how can I say this? The field that I'm trying to study. I was watching, I was like, man, I'm getting so encouraged, but like, I have to wait, right? Because I'm already in a certain course right now, and I know it's gonna be beneficial. And I was speaking to one of my personal coaches and just talking about how important it is to have a clear vision, right? Hopefully with a clear vision, you can have a clear plan to execute, to develop, and you're gonna feel so much better, so relieved, so rejuvenated when all that is like on the same page. So yeah, man, it's really all about the energy, like for real. Like I'm very calm, cool, and collected, but I'm happy that I'm moving forward, and I hope that you guys are moving forward as well, because this healing journey isn't just for me. It's for those who also have been in the journey, in similar journeys that I have been in, and we're just making a better version of ourselves every single day, right? So if that's like from learning something new, like I'm on my way to the gym, I was just thinking about like, man, like I don't know what made me do some sign language stuff that I've been watching on TikTok, but I felt like just learning another language is very phenomenal skill to have, right? And I know the basics of like Spanish, but I want to be better. I just want to be better at everything, and and how I can do that is, I don't know, I might find an app. I'm always working on something. Like even just my writing stuff. So yeah, that's just the next goal of mine, to like work on some sign language stuff and see what I can do. Like I remember my mom was trying to teach me, but I know that's like very I think like the mothers teach the children, stuff like that. What else is going on? Yeah, man, I'm just happy that I'm so happy that, like, listen, my last video I shared a little something about not expecting to how can I say, not expecting to depend on certain systems that are supposed to be equipped for you. But sometimes you have to train yourself to, like, whatever you need, you should train yourself to do, right? Anything that you need to do, anything that you want, that you need, please go learn. And if you guys don't know what I mean by that is, I mean, I'm just trying to stay hydrated, y'all. That workout kicked my butt. But trying to swallow my water. Alright. So, oh my god, I think I lost my train of thought. Damn, what did I just say? Just trying to focus on my on a concise thing. Yes, so I have some great things that I'm developing, but in due time that will happen, right? So as I work on my goals, my vision and stuff like that, I learn to, or just the things that my parents instilled in me, right? That I don't lean or depend on certain systems, because not all systems are good for you, right? But I do believe in myself, right? And that's one of the things, you have to believe in yourself so that when obstacles when obstacles like phase you, I'm sorry, when you come across obstacles or hurdles, right, you'll know how to handle them with caution and handle them with results. So that's what I'm trying to do, right? That's what I'm trying to share with you guys. And even if you are a master at it, like, everybody's a master themselves, and that's what I'm hoping to be. But with the system, right? So basically, I wasn't getting any no feedback, and I'm like, yo, like, what's going on? It's been like about a month and some change. So me, and there's pros and cons to me being impatient. So the pro was in that moment that I'm like, all right, I already got some other backup contacts that I don't have to worry about. All right, so boom, made a call, and within either that same day or a day or two, listen, what was it? As of yesterday, I already got something scheduled. You know what I mean? And that's just for me. So I don't have to wait for those systematic things that, who knows? Like, I don't know the intentions of certain things. I know the intentions of myself, and that's what I'm gonna believe on. That's why like I take more pride in today myself than ever before, right? And I love doing that. Like, I don't feel like there's nothing wrong with that, because it builds up the confidence. It boosts up so much where, like, man, like, whatever I go through, I know I can count on me, right? Like, what's that saying? Like, the best critic is yourself. So at times, yeah, I'm hard on myself. Sometimes I get upset, right? But I'm also learning how to forgive myself. And I knew, like, once I reach a certain plateau of success within myself, or what I see as I progress, yeah, man, that's just where it's at. And I give myself, like, so much for things, you know, even though majority of times I give my praise to the Most High, you know, for those who are spiritual. But, you know, like, there's such a difference, and I hope you guys see it within yourself, not just with me as I share, but you'll start to realize your own growth, right? And if you journal or keep a diary of some sort, or you keep a log of your progress, like, if there's moments that you want to reflect on your growth, please do so, right? And whether you want to post it on social media or make a vlog, that way you can see, you know what I mean? That's just like most student athletes. Always remember in college where we always reviewed the films, right? And when we reviewed the films, our coaches always pointed out what we did well in and what we didn't do well in, right? They made us to be a student of ourselves, right? So it's a good reflection to review, right? When we're seeing the highs or lows of our performance. And I feel like if you can be your own teacher, right? Meaning learning how to prepare for success, prepare for not failure, because I don't know about y'all, and I know we're probably on the same page, but failure, my friend, my family, my loved ones, is not an option. Like, I don't get it. I'm just, my drive is like up to here. Like, even though my hand is on top of this roof, it's up there, let me tell you. And it's all about practice, right? Oh man, I was supposed to do it from a different angle today. All right, that'll be from a different time. But yeah, so I was supposed to do it from a different angle. But anyway, that's for another day. So yeah, man. So like, I was just proud to have that moment, because I don't plan on reverting back. I don't plan on. So I just try to be very cautious of like a planning forward. Like, I just very detailed. I don't have time, nor can I afford to be messing up. And my best way is get to that. I want to minimize on certain things so that I can save on energy, certain focuses, so that I can specialize in that. Hold on, I'm just trying to make sense of what all this is, so that, man, it's so rich. It's so rich. Like, once you guys get like a grasp of who you're trying to be, right? It will all make sense. The energy, the flow, your connections. Every person you meet is gonna send some type of energy, right? So even if I'm at work, right, and this person, let's say like we get a couple customers that come through, and sometimes I process between receiving that order and making sure it's right, and making sure the customer is satisfied. That's a process. And well, maybe not for y'all, but for me, like, I have to slow things down, make sure I get it right, and I read it back to them even before I give them their order, because as I've still learned how to perfect what's supposed to be very revealing to the eye and to the taste, and what makes them feel good already, because you know the world runs on Dunkin's, right? Because that's what they say. That I'm just constantly learning, right? So I don't stop asking questions. Like, if you guys give yourself a chance to like be a student of yourselves, I gotta become speechless. Like, I just have to pause for a second and just reflect. Like, I need y'all to reflect with me, right? But that's the message that I have for y'all today. Like, I can keep going until I get home, because whatever. I'm not going until I get gas. I'm gonna get gas in my way. But anyway, yeah. So that's the plan. That's the message that I have for you guys for today. I hope that this message has been helpful throughout the video. That I'm trying to put more substance within the time frames that I'm depositing within myself and within you guys, and then this healing process. I hope you guys have a beautiful day. This is your host, Deborah Ashley. If we haven't met yet, I'm working on my little development brand called Still Human. That's in the works as well. So I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Remember, number one, first, that we are still healing, and you're always be remembered, you are cared for, you are loved, and you are human first. Have a beautiful day. Much love. Godspeed. Peace.